A video game of all things made me understand something about my parents that I never understood before. The video game is called Pragmata, and this realization happened because of the unique way that it explores the relationship between the two main characters, Hugh and Diana. Let me explain. The parental connection between father and son and father and daughter has been explored many times within gaming, and don't even get me started on TV shows and movies. Universal themes work well because they're universal. Whether we're talking about good versus evil, or in Pragmata's case, family dynamics and chosen bonds, there is no lack of great stories in any one category. And one of the most common themes in gaming is that of family dynamics and chosen bonds. Off the top of my head, I can list multiple games that explore these topics. You have Last of Us, Witcher 3, Resident Evil 9, all of them have a prominent focus on family. But in many of these games, we play as a capable adult who may be trying to sort out their own baggage, but is guiding a child or a teen through a journey. And we see the fun moments and the hard moments and the eventual pushback that makes parenting so hard. There is an emphasis on the struggle to be a good parent. Pragmata doesn't do any of this. Let's start from the beginning. This is a character deep dive, and I'll be going over most of the big plot points and character moments, so feel free to come back to this video once you've beaten the game if you care about spoilers. If not, I think this perspective may even enhance your playthrough of Pragmata. Now, let's talk about one of the most heartwarming relationships in gaming, Hugh and Diana. Hugh is a bachelor who never got around to getting married and starting his own family, while Hugh's crew is a group of men with families.
Can't believe I missed my daughter's birthday for this. You got kids? Sounds rough.
Within his own family, he was an orphan who was adopted by parents who loved him. Upon reaching the base, it's clear that Hugh doesn't hate AI, but he is distrustful of it.
It's like I always say, you can't trust a bot.
I don't know. Kind of like this one.
Of course, everything goes wrong, and an advanced android called a Pragmata saves him.
Just, what are you?
I am DI-03367, a state-of-the-art Pragmata created here at the Cradle.
Hey, D.I.
I am DI-03367, a state-of-the-art
Whoa,
Pragmata created
hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something?
I said I am DI-0...
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Yeah, from now on, you can be Diana. How's that fit?
Diana.
And this is the moment the first little bond is created. Diana is a Pragmata, an experimental android with an organic structure very closely simulated to that of a human. So Diana may have the capability to hack into the systems of the base, but her mind is based on that of a 6-year-old. Hugh is a little distant at first, given that he's not a family man and he is distrustful of bots, but he opens up remarkably fast. But look at her. Look at this cute little girl.
Jack! Back off. Out of my way.
Over the course of the first area, Hugh views her as an android that looks like a 6-year-old little girl, but then quickly realizes that she genuinely has the mind of a 6-year-old little girl.
Look! This is great! Oops. There it goes.
Little moments like this are all it takes to draw him in. These moments that Pragmata decides to highlight are the secret to understanding parenting. As we progress the game, something becomes very apparent. The vast majority of time that we spend with Diana, it's fun.
You got me.
Yeah! I did it!
The moments are thoughtful, or the moments are heartwarming.
Thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Look at that. You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, kiddo.
These moments do more than act as cute backdrops. They start to make Hugh imagine a life with Diana, a life as a parent, while Diana gets to experience things that give her opinions about normal life, like what is fun and what is boring.
Maybe I should try another version.
Mainline Resident Evil game, starting with just like I'm starting to come into my own impression. Not that fun game. The base must have some. Have no emotional connection to. You're probably not going to jump through all the hoops to obtain a console and a copy of a game that you
Isn't there anything better on?
Actually spending this time with Diana is important. This game wants you to experience the moments. Let's just take the endings. I'm not going to give any spoilers yet, so don't worry. There is a normal ending, but there is a true ending you can unlock by entering Unknown Signal mode, where you fight harder bosses and complete challenges, but more importantly, Hugh must have a full connection with Diana by experiencing all the moments with her and collecting all of her REM memories, also known as Space Read Earth memories. Think of these as little interactable holograms and 3D printed materials to mimic places on Earth. Collecting those lets Diana have a taste of her possible future. All of this makes it feel extra fitting that the true ending would be reserved for those who truly care about Diana and her future with Hugh. I'll go over the actual endings and how they tie into everything I realized later. But all of this is evidence that there is a message that Pragmata is trying to relay to us through these moments and the guidance of Hugh.
You've been to the sea before? On Earth?
Of course I have. Got a house with a view and everything.
A house.
We'd head down to the water anytime we felt like taking a break from it all. Ocean breeze does a number on the paint, but still.
The breeze in the paint?
It'll make sense when you see it. You know, back on Earth. You just gonna stay here when this is all done? What do you want?
I want to go to Earth with you. Can I really go? Then I can go see your house and the ocean and real trees.
You bet.
Okay, but we gotta help 8 first, right? And then we can all go to Earth together.
Yeah. You got it.
This is one of the most important cutscenes in the game. The main importance of this scene is establishing Hugh and Diana's shared goal going forward, for both of them to get back to Earth together. Wrapped into this moment is a huge decision for Hugh to possibly adopt Diana, but what's also subtly important is that Hugh doesn't directly plant this idea in her head or make the decision for her. He gently guides her to make the decision that she wants. All he does is recount the experiences of his daily life and the contentment it gives him. The direct question he asks is,
What do you want?
Hugh lets Diana make her choice, furthering the process of guiding her to be an individual. This is what good parents do, right? They teach us things and set guardrails so we don't lose our way, but they do it along a path that is all our own. And specifically for Hugh, it makes sense that he take this approach, having lived a life where he traveled the world and did things that truly fulfilled him. But this is twice as hard for Hugh, because he doesn't just need to guide a 6-year-old into becoming her own person, he also needs to guide her to understanding what it means to be a human.
When people go away, it's sad, right? So, are you still sad that Nicholas is gone?
What do you think? Of course I'm sad. Look, he didn't just go away. He's dead. There's a difference. There are all kinds of goodbyes, but losing someone to death, that's the hardest one.
Oh.
This moment highlights two things perfectly. A 6-year-old can struggle to understand the gravity of a death until they've experienced it firsthand, and Diana's initial solution to emotionally resolve this for Hugh is for her to better replace his friend and become more efficient for him.
Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, no. I was just thinking about Nicholas. One of the guys I came here with has a daughter. I didn't want to pry, but I imagine she's about the same age as you.
It'll be okay, Hugh. Even if Nicholas is gone, I'll still be here for you. I'll try my best to surpass his efficiency.
That's not how this works, Diana. You can't just replace someone who's dead. You gotta understand that I'll never see Nicholas again, and neither will his daughter.
This whole line of thinking stems from her past purpose, which I will go over later, and from the fact that she's an android. Her default perspective before Hugh is of how I can be more useful for humans in their goals, which closely aligns with how we see our current forms of artificial intelligence. The more useful they are to us, the more they get to stick around and be used. And that is their purpose, as a tool. Hugh needs to break these default ways of thinking for Diana to understand what it means to be human. But this goal is hard. She needs to understand what makes someone human and why is that so special.
Hey, Hugh. How are humans and bots different? I get we were made differently. Our bodies, our materials, our functions.
Yeah, there's all that, but for starters, humans got a soul.
And I don't?
Well, I don't know. Actually, wait a sec.
Where can I find one?
Through trying to grow Diana, this process also starts to grow Hugh. Simple questions like, do I have a soul? Makes Hugh reconsider what it means to be a human or to have a soul.
Remember our chat about Pragmata and humans being different?
Yeah?
I've been mulling it over. And I think Pragmata got souls too.
I do?
Yeah. The souls and the choices you make for yourself. Don't forget that, okay?
I won't, Hugh. Thanks.
Diana causes Hugh to reflect and understand himself and the world more deeply, to go from being a good man to a great man. Without Diana, a child, and her endless, funny yet simple questions, these ideas would have never been considered. These conversations are important to his development as much as it is to hers.
Oh, getting close to snack time.
Do humans really need to eat more than once a day? Your energy efficiency doesn't seem good.
Sure, that's fair. But sharing a meal is more than just recharging. I was an orphan, so at dinner with my new family, just having someone that'd listen was magical. It was all kid stuff, but they were always there. Talking with someone who just accepts you for you is a kind of nourishment, but for your soul.
You can get nutrients from talking?
Something like that.
This is one of my favorite cutscenes in Pragmata, because as Hugh opens up, he relives these memories with Diana, but she knows so little about the Earth that it's important for him to come up with conclusions about why this memory even impacted him. These moments are what changed Hugh from being a bot-distrusting bachelor into a man considering a different life, making the beach scene as important for him as it is for Diana. Hugh comes to the conclusion a life with Diana enhances everything about his life right now. But this child also enhances the gameplay! I know this video is about the connections between Hugh and Diana, but I couldn't just not highlight the gameplay of Pragmata. Damn, man, it's like Pragmata just has everything. It just has everything. But funny enough, the gameplay is actually important to what I'm talking about. Because I think for a lot of us without kids, it's easy to say things like, a kid will only slow me down. I have goals to achieve and experiences to live in life. A kid, that would only hold me back. Even think of other games with kids or helpless companions. They always need protection, and while they may be motivationally impactful, like Grace and Emily in Resident Evil Requiem, but gameplay-wise, those kids really just make the protagonist's lives harder. This is not the reality for Hugh. The reality is Hugh would either be dead without Diana or stuck behind the door of the starting room if Diana weren't around. Diana empowers Hugh in a meaningful way. She not only allows him to survive and explore the lunar base, she actively enhances his abilities in combat in a way you'd feel if she weren't around. I think Hugh realizes this as he openly explores the idea of continuing to travel the world like he's been doing, but doing it with Diana as his little sidekick.
The Earth always looks so blue.
Down there, every place has its own kind of color.
You know everything about the Earth, don't you?
I've always been into space and stargazing. I've been all over, searching for places with the best views and clearest skies. Went all the way to the Namib Desert once.
Is that unusual?
Maybe a bit adventurous for some. But my parents supported me the whole way. Told me to do what I wanted to do. So I did. And you learn it's not enough to hear or read about a thing. Sometimes you gotta live it.
Hugh, I want to go too.
Go where?
To all the places you've been.
All of them?
Yep, all of them.
Is that so? Then let's do it.
Let's do it!
Pragmata is showing that the benefits of a life with a child isn't just emotional and mental. Joy seeps into every experience you have. Like, just think about Halloween. Yeah, you would totally miss out on a lot of Halloween bangers with a kid, but you also get to dress them up in little outfits, and you can't tell me in a couple years we're not going to see a bunch of little girls in spacesuits or even the blue jackets. Come on, I can't be the only one looking forward to this. If you really think about it, Pragmata is basically just Baby Fever the game. And you know what? It's working on me. But by the end of the journey, what really struck me was the depth of Hugh and Diana's connection and my investment in them. What makes Hugh and Diana work isn't the big, impactful moments, it's how the small ones feel earned by the end. You have Diana's name, given by Hugh very casually just out of convenience, and that becomes her identity. And when she says it, it carries behind it moments that give it meaning.
Being with you made me stronger. I am Diana!
Then there's this "I think I can help" clip.
No! Not like this!
Let me try.
This one is small, but it's everything. Early game, Hugh is doing the heavy lifting, he's the adult, and she's the kid he's protecting. But somewhere along the line, those roles shift into a partnership, a dynamic duo on the journey.
Here we go!
In a way, this reminds me a lot of my relationship with my dad. I don't know when, but like some point along the adventure, we became more than just father and son. It feels more like me and my dad are partners, ready to take on this amazing journey ahead. And all of that is built upon moments that foster that connection, that's built upon thoughtfulness and trust and love. And then Hugh says something so important, and he says it out loud.
I'll do whatever it takes to get you back to Earth, no matter what.
This is a bachelor who went to the moon with just a crew of guys. A guy who never got around to starting a family. A guy who distrusted AI. And now he's saying he'd give his life for a 6-year-old android who is now his daughter. Pragmata never tried to sell me on Hugh's emotions with a long, dramatic speech to Diana. It just let those moments stack up until that line felt like the only honest thing left to say. Just like when he says thank you.
Diana,
What, Hugh?
thanks.
No problem.
This isn't thank you for saving my life. This is thank you for changing my life. The attention to detail during the end breaks my heart in a beautiful way, from the struggling in his voice and body language to the way he sends her off. Just look as he tries to keep it together for her.
Let me hack it.
No need. Just gotta give it a bit of the old elbow grease.
He pushes the ship and refuses help so that he just gets a couple more moments with her, so that he gets to send her off. And finally, for the end scene.
Bad news. This is where we say goodbye. Sorry, Squirt.
No, I want to stay with you.
It's okay. Gonna be okay. Go find this thing.
No, wait!
This scene left me and my wife a mess on our couch. And it's because this connection is true and this moment is earned.
Have a safe journey, kiddo.
And this moment makes me think of my mom, because when someone says, I'll do anything for you, with her, I know that that is more true than I will ever know. And as the credits roll, we see the final scene.
I'm ready.
2 words, and depending on how you play, they could mean completely different things. In the normal ending, it's a resignation. She's ready because she has to be. But in the true ending, I'm ready becomes a promise, as this soundbite is played.
Welcome back. What's this? Traveling alone today?
Hugh survives, he makes it back to the shelter, and I'm ready stops being about death and starts being about what comes next. I think all this shows that Capcom literally made the depth of their connection the most important part of Pragmata. The sync rate with Diana isn't a stat, it's a measurement of how much you let yourself love this little girl. The players like myself who got the true ending didn't unlock it because we were better at combat or something. We unlocked it because we showed up for her, because we sat with her, because we cared. And that's when the realization hit me about my parents. You know, I always wanted children. It's a core value to me that I do want them someday. And I think media puts a lot of emphasis on the duty that parents have to be a good parent to their child. I think I put proper weight and understanding into knowing the duty I will have as a father. But Pragmata emphasizes the value that a kid can bring into your life. And now I feel like I value having a kid so much more. Most other games will at times highlight the melts your heart moments, but they also highlight the cringe, the you might want to pull out a belt right now moments. So why does Pragmata only focus on the good ones? Then it dawned on me. This is how my parents remember me as a kid. If you ever talk to your parents, or just most parents in general, and you ask them what memories they have of you as a kid, it isn't the times where you cried or the times where you were a brat. There probably is one key moment that they will tease you about here and there, of course, but the vast majority of the moments that they're going to recall are the funny moments and the chaotic moments and your triumphs. They see you for the good in you and for the happiness that you brought into their life. All those hard moments, they just fade away. My existence didn't make my parents' life infinitely harder and hold them back and slow them down. My presence made each one of those moments, experiences, and adventures much more satisfying and memorable. And hidden in those experiences are a perspective and thoughts that only the parents go through, making them reconsider and reflect on what they believe in, what's important to them, and how they communicate this to their little one. Pragmata highlights how intentional, loving parental actions can so easily impact a child's development, which means, sadly, as we all know so well, how neglectful parents will impact them all the same. Just look at all the memories Diana stored from her adventures with Hugh.
Diana.
But also look at the depression she was in when she remembered her experience before Hugh.
I was useless. I'm useless.
No. Diana, stop.
Where she was created to be an android clone of Dr. Neil Higgins' 6-year-old daughter, Daisy Higgins. Diana's only purpose was to be a tool to heal the doctor's daughter, a purpose that ultimately failed, which means that she was a failure. In real life, this reflects how parents can put all their own hidden wants, desires, and dreams into a child. You need to be a doctor, a singer, an athlete, all to achieve a goal that is theirs, to live vicariously through their child. Or in Higgins' case, to use Diana as a tool to fulfill his dream of reuniting with Daisy and wiping away the regret of his wife's passing. That experience made Diana believe that utility to others was above all else, and it took the whole game for Hugh to make her into her own person, a little girl who's valuable.
You are Pragmata.
So what? She's more than that. And she's not something for you to use and throw away.
Being with you made me stronger. I am Diana!
So Pragmata made me realize not only what my parents did for me, but what I did for them. And it's just one aspect of why they love me so much and why I will always love them. It also made me look forward to being a father a whole lot more. Thank you for watching the video and making it this far. And can we get a round of applause going for Capcom for letting this game get made, for the 6 years of development it took for this masterpiece to be created? If you can't get enough Pragmata, please subscribe down below, smash the like button, do all that, because I have so much more to talk about. Pragmata is easily a 10 out of 10 game for me. All my social links are in the bio, Discord, Twitter, all the rest. Thank you for watching. See ya.
Look, Diana, I was a lot like you. A thirst for life and all its mysteries. And boy, I had a few bumps along the way. But I had someone looking out for me. And now it's your turn. A whole new life. If you're ready.
Okay, then let's go. Together.